Now Birmingham City unbeaten in their first 4 games of the League One campaign. Spent a few quid during the course of the summer, including signing striker Jay Stansfield from Fulham in a League One record transfer. It's worth about £12 million.
Cool.
Another new face in the door during the course of the summer is Alfie May, who has joined from Charlton. He's got 4 in his opening 4 games, and I'm delighted to say Alfie joins us now. Morning, Alfie.
Morning, Alfie. How are you?
Good morning, Jeff. Morning, Ali.
What a start for you, mate. Unbelievable start, eh?
Yeah, it's a good start. It's something that we, as a team, we said that we wanted. I think the first 6 games is important to start well.
And from your point of view, Alfie, I mean, this is an amazing story. You know, I'm looking at your statistics. All right, 4 goals this season. 27 at Charlton last season. 22 the season before at Cheltenham. 26 the season before that. And you didn't turn pro. I think I'm right in saying. And you were 24. You must be pinching yourself.
Yeah, it's a dream, really. I at Doncaster, I didn't really sort of have the chance to sort of do what I know that I could do in terms of playing games and scoring goals. And when I got the chance to go to Cheltenham, I sort of just changed my mentality and just tried to sort of secure a spot in the team and score goals.
Why, Alfie? For the what would your reason be for the late development? Because it happens. I look at kids nowadays, and you know they think, you know, when they're not signed up, the 14, 15, 16, it's the end of the world. Which clearly yourself, Jamie Vardy, Wrighty, boys like that, they've got to keep going. You've got to have belief, because your time will come. But why do you think yourself was it the reason or the main reason for your late development?
I'm not too sure, really. It's a difficult one because I went on trial when I was a builder with my brother's company, and it got to a point where my brother was like, "You've got to try and either secure a contract or get your head down at work." And the trial at Doncaster, I had a week's trial there, so that was my longest. That was sort of my longest trial. And I just sort of said to myself, I've got to believe in myself that I'm going to get a contract. And Darren Ferguson, when he called me at work, I was delighted when he said that there was a 2.5-year contract sitting there.
Yeah. An example to a lot of people, you know, that it's not too late when you're 20, 21,
Correct.
22.
Correct.
But I'll tell you what, we talked about the spending at Birmingham, Alfie. They brought in Lyndon Dykes, they brought in Jay Stansfield, who's a smashing lad, by the way.
Yeah.
And that's great. But how do you feel they brought 2 more strikers in?
Competition, that's what you want. That's as a player, you want to fight for your shirt. You don't want it to be easy. And yeah, we've got an incredible squad. We know where we want to be at the end of the season, and that's with winning the league and promoted to the championship. And the gaffer's been superb with everybody. The way that he works in training, it's hard, but he wants to be successful, and so do we all. And yeah, there's going to be competitions for shirts, but I think it's a good competition to have.
Just looking at it, I mean, clearly. Would you accept that anything other than promotion would be a major disappointment?
I think so. I think so. As a player, and as the boys say, we know where, like I say, we want to be at the end of the season, and that is number 1 spot. I don't even think we want to finish number 2. I think winning the league is sort of our priority, and that's where we want to aim for.
Yeah, I think it's worth pointing out as well. We're talking about the money that Birmingham has spent. Now they've had some tough times in recent times. You know, relegation, numerous managers, points deductions, suspended points deductions as well. But the good times seem to be there now, Alfie. So what's the feeling like at St Andrews on a match day?
I've never felt anything like it. The crowd, it's one of the best, probably the best that I've ever played in. It's the atmosphere is from the minute you walk out to the minute you walk off. The atmosphere is incredible, and credit to the fans. I think as a player, you see relegation that happens, and fans start sort of disappearing and going away from the clubs, but they've stuck by Birmingham, and they're cheering us on every single game, and it's been class.
Alfie, watched the game at the week. Well, I watched the highlights of the game at the weekend. I mean, Scott Wright, in terms of a debut, could not have wished for anything better. He just lets it roll through him. Obviously, your own goal, but he just lets it roll through him. What was it, 92nd minute? And a dream.
Yeah, Scotty, when he put that in, just ran off celebrating. I ran. I was on the bench at the time. I come off and I ran down the line with the gaffer and a few other players on the bench. It was just good. It was a good feeling. It was something that we control a lot of games in the possession, and we know ourselves that we can be better in terms of the final third, punishing teams when we have that much possession. But we're a new squad. We're building something. It's important to just stick with it, and points will hopefully add up.
But we mentioned the gaffer a few times. A lot of people might not be familiar. It's Chris Davis, who spent a lot of his time with Brendan Rodgers. And I think this is probably his first time out on his own, isn't it? You know, I met him a couple of years ago in Dubai. Struck me as a really, really good bloke. But you're obviously impressed with him, Alfie.
Oh yeah, he's been superb. You can tell that he's worked at the top level. The way that he works, the way that he comes across in meetings, and yeah, it's his first job. He wants to be successful. We know in this industry that it's very brutal, and it's important to win games to keep your job.
Yeah. Fantastic. Look, Alfie, next home game is Wrexham.
Yeah.
That will be one heck of a contest, won't it?
I think that'll get a lot of highlights. I think with the two American owners.
Yeah, Tom Brady on one side, Ryan Reynolds and Rob McElhenney on the other side.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good game, and Wrexham, credit to them, where they've come from and started really well in the league, and yeah, it'll be a tough game, but like I say, we know the way that we set up. We wanna dictate games and hopefully take the points.
Alfie, keep it going, mate.
Yeah, keep up the good work,
It was
mate.
worth the wait to turn pro with the way things have gone since then. Well done, mate.
We're all delighted for you, pal.
Cheers, thank you very much.
All the best.
Yeah, absolutely brilliant. What?
talkSPORT Breakfast, waking you up Monday to Friday morning from 6 a.m. on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.